Hey guys, this is silverlava 1000, and I'm back with another video. Some people might recognize this game. It's been pretty popular lately. This is 2048. I would have done one of the things that I've been doing lately, like the TGT or the super hostile, but I'm still trying to resolve lag issues. So this game is simple. It shouldn't lag that much. And if it does lag at all because of the recording, it's not a reaction game. It's a thinking game. So we should be fine. Hopefully but in the next video I upload, I'll have my computer running faster, and I'll be able to actually play the maps and stuff. Alright, so if you never heard of this game, I will explain it real quick here. And if you know what this game is, I'll put up a time for you to skip to until I start playing. I'm gonna go over strategies on how to beat this game, and I'm gonna try to beat it right here during this video. I have beat it once before, but that's it. Okay, so I'll move my mouse out of the way there. Alright, so, the explanation. This game is... The goal for this game is to get 2048. The tile number 2048. And you can see right here, that's a 4x4 grid, and there's two 2s. By pressing the arrow keys, you can move those tiles to the side of the board. So, if I press the down key right here, that 2 moved from there, from here, all the way down to here, because I press it down, and then a new one appears. So every time you press a key, a new one appears, a new tile appears. So if I press down again, you can see another new tile appeared, and this one went down. Now, this is the interesting part. This is how the game works. If I push left, right, or left, doesn't matter. Let's do right. If I push right here, this will actually go into here and become a 4. This only works for numbers that are the same value. So I can press right, and those 2's actually became a 4. And using that, if I combine these 2's over here, and I combine these 4's, I get an 8. So the goal with this is to get 2048. And it looks pretty simple so far, but as you go on, the numbers start to fill up, because you get one every new turn. So if you don't combine every single turn, then the tiles are going to slowly fill up until you can't make a move anymore, and that's when you lose. It's a lot harder than it looks. So if I can combine these, this is just random right here. I'm just randomly pressing things. Combine all these. I'm trying to do this slowly, because I did test this before and it was lagging a bit. So I'm doing slow moves. Just so people that don't know what this game is can see how it works. And this is definitely online. I think you can also download it on quite a few phones. So as soon as this video is over, you can play it yourself. You can see if you're smart enough to beat it. Takes quite a lot of tries. So that gives you the basic idea of the game. So I got up to a 64 there, and 2048. So after the 64, it's 128, and then 256, 512, 1024, and 2048. Okay, so if I just quickly lose here, I'm just spamming random keys. Alright, so I got a game over here, because there were no tile, because I filled up the entire thing, and none of the tiles were adjacent to their own tile. So, like, there was no 2's adjacent to 2's or anything like that. If there was, even if I filled up the entire board, I could combine those and still keep going. Alright, so, that's the explanation. If you didn't get it, there's quite a few better explanations than that, probably, in various places. You can just look it up. Alright, so now for the actual strategies. The first strategy that most people use, or first one, I'm gonna just go through the strategies that I used for this game until up to me beating it. So the first strategy I used, as everyone used, I just did random, and that's actually pretty good. Just spamming random keys. It can get you up to usually 1024, or not 1000, 128 when you do that. See, I'm getting 128 there. Sometimes you can get up to 256 if you do that, but it usually gets really lucky. So I'll just do this real quick. Get an ending of the game. I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I would here. Yeah, I got a 256 there. So yeah, it's random. So sometimes it'll work really well, sometimes it won't work out. Okay, so I lost there. I got 256 here and another 128. That's pretty good. Alright, so that's the first strategy most people use. Now, after that, you start to realize that random isn't going to work. And if one tile appears every round... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that the tiles that appear each round, they could be... It's usually 2, but it can sometimes... A 4 can also spawn. So let me see if I can get a 4 spawn instead of a 2. Yeah, right there. See? Right here, this 4 just spawned on its own. I didn't combine anything to get it. So either 2 or 4 can spawn. Alright, I'll refresh that real quick. Oh, that's not okay. Anyway, this works. So the next strategy people use is to actually try to combine. At least the next strategy I use is to try to combine one each turn. So every single turn you want to try to have it set up that you combine one. So this is a lot slower, and you can see that it's working a lot better though, because I already have a 32 and I only have 4 tiles on the board. That wouldn't have happened with the random. So I'm trying to combine one every single turn. You can see I moved these 2s to here and this 4, along with moving this 4 over here, so I can combine these this turn. And I got lucky with the 2 there. I can move this 2 over here, this here. If I go down with the 4s, or up, I go up 2, I get these 2 8s together, and I can go here. So that's a basic strategy. I can try this strategy for a bit. I'll speed it up, and just a normal run of this strategy, you can see how far I get. So speeding up now. Okay, so you can see I finally lost. Took a lot longer than I thought. So I got 512 with that strategy, which is pretty good. Alright, so the next strategy, um, I found it kind of messing around. It's actually pretty cool how much it works. So if you just go left, down, left, down, left, down, same 2 things, and force the highest number to a corner, do that continuously over and over. So right now I'm just doing left, down, left, down, left, down, left, down. Alright, so this is the end result right here. I got something like this. Now, when you go, now you're stuck, so you have to press either up or left. When I got into this position while doing the strategy, I pressed left, down, and then I started doing it again. And you can see it started over, and we got a 64 on the bottom. Do it again, left, down, over, and you can get pretty far by doing this. Left, down, over. I've got 128 already. $256. Still going. So you can see the strategy is working really effectively. And surprisingly, it's working just about as well as the strategy I just showed you was. Because right now, I'm almost to 512. So if I would have stopped doing that strategy and actually tried to do that other one, by the time I got 256, I could have easily made it pretty far. So maybe those 2 strategies combined, once you get high enough, like a 256, then maybe you could do that. But there's something better than that. There's something that I found that you can actually win with, that I've seen other people win with it before, and I've won with it before myself, once. But it happened. Okay, so for the final strategy I came up with here, instead of forcing it into a corner, what if you force it onto a side? That gives a lot more room. So, basically what I'm saying is, instead of not pressing 2 keys, don't press 1 key. So I've usually done it where you don't press the down key. So if I start here, I'm never gonna press the down key. There's a really rare chance that you can get stuck into a way where you can't do anything but press the up key. Or I'm sorry, I'll never press the up key. That's what I meant. So I'm going down. I'm pushing all the numbers down, but I'm never pressing the up key. At least that's the goal. So if I ever get stuck in a position where I have to press the up key, there's a way to resolve that, which I'll show. But the basic strategy is to just keep combining, keep trying to get all your higher numbers closest to the higher number that's on the board. I don't know if that makes sense if you watch here. And it definitely takes practice too. Like, you can't just, after I show you these strategies, you can't just start. Okay, so here's an example of something that you don't want to happen. See this 2 right here? You don't want a 2 down here. This you want it to go highest numbers, less high numbers, lowest numbers, eventually. So I don't want to get a 2 stuck down there. So what I'm going to do is just keep pressing this way until I get a lucky spawn right there. So that was perfect. And if anything would have spawned here, I could have just pressed down and gotten it right there. So that'll work too, but I still don't want a 4 down there because it's gonna be below an 8 and 16. So I'm gonna press right. Good, another 2 spawn. So down, wait for another 2 to spawn over there. Just combine these over here till another 2 spawns. There we go. So I put this here, down this right here. Okay, so now I'm pretty good. You don't have to have it exact. Like I have a 32 up here and an 8 down here. That's not that big a deal. But you don't want to get like a 2 stuck down there. That's bad. So I had to go that way. I would have gone to the left to not trap this 2, but I had to go that way. And I'm going back now. And now I'm trying to combine the 2. So we'll get those over there. Down, across, down. And you can see we're slowly combining these. And eventually it's going to be cool because they're going to appear inside of a row. Like all these numbers are just going to be in a row. We got 128. It doesn't appear yet, but eventually we're just going to have it so like 64, 128, 256, 512, or maybe I miscounted that. So we'll have 1024 here, 512, 256, 128, a 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. It's not going to be exactly that, but it'll be something hopefully like that. Then we get 1, 2 to spawn. We can just go boom, 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 boom. We get 2048. That's what I'm going for here, and that's what the side strategy does. And it definitely works. It takes a long time, so I think I'm going to skip ahead. If something interesting happens, like I'm about to lose, I can show a strategy for getting out of a losing position. You can see I wasn't paying attention there. I might have to start over here, because I got the 4 trapped down here. That's not good. I'm going to try to get the 4 out of there. Alright, I'll speed up now. If I don't get the 4 out, I'll just restart, because I wasn't paying attention that much. Okay, no, I got the 4 out. We're good. Alright, speeding up. Alright, so something to mention here is, let me get this cursor out of the way. Something to mention here is that a lot of the time you're going to get, at the bottom row here especially, you're going to get the 2 numbers you want on either side of this number. And that's just because you have to focus on one side. It's useful if you get this in the corner, but that's usually not going to happen. You want to try to get the largest number at the corner as much as possible, because then you don't have this either side thing. But it's not a big deal if you do get it, because that means you just focus on the side that's higher. Like right in there, I just focused on this side. I'm going to start focusing on this side, because that's the side with the 64, and that's the side I can most easily get the 512 from. So I'll get 128 here, get 256 from these, and get 512 from these. So that's my goal right now. I just thought I should mention that. I'll get the mouse out there, because I keep accidentally doing that. Alright, here we go again. Okay, so I just reached a situation where I have no choice but to go up. Now, at this point, your goal is to get it on. You want the 2 or 4 to appear under the lowest number possible on the bottom row, because it's going to appear in one of these 4 places. You want it to be a 4, and I want it to appear here. I want a 4 to appear here. That's the best option. But let's say it's a 2 and it appears here. Okay, well, let's actually see what happens first. So we're going to do it. I have no choice but to press up. Okay, so I just got the worst possible option. So that's not too good. One thing you can do to fix it is just press right while we're in this position. But the longer you stay in this position, the more of a buildup you can get down below. And I don't really want to risk that, because what if a 4 spawns here? Then I'm done. There's nothing else I can do to fix that. So what we're going to do is just go back down. We're going to press down again. And now we can actually make more moves. And my goal now is to get to that 2. So I've stopped worrying about building up. My goal is to get to the 2. So I'm trying to clear out the stuff on this side right here. So there we go. I got to the 2. And now I can slowly get the stuff out of there. So it's not too bad. Just make sure you work for it. Okay, I just hit 1024. So getting stuff stuck, it's not a big deal. You just have to know how to fix it. So make sure you really think about what you're doing when you try to fix this stuff. And you'll be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna continue to speed this up here. If I might end up almost losing at some point. That's the only thing I'll stop for, I think. If I almost lose at some point, like I'm about to lose, I will show some strategies to try to get out of it. I might not get out of it. I don't know if I'm gonna make 2048 here. I might, but I'm not sure. So if I don't, then I'll show my losing, and I'll try my hardest to get out of it. Alright, speeding up again. Alright, so I just reached another part where I have to go up. I'm really close, but unfortunately, this might screw it up a bit. Hopefully I'll be able to revive myself, though. So here we go, up. Again, worst place. Alright, we can do this. So the 1024 is up there, which is annoying. But I'm hoping I can uncover that too pretty quickly. This is looking bad, though. Alright, if I move this way, my goal is to get these 3 out. So I need to get a 2 down there, but that's going to be difficult. I might at this point just want to focus on getting this, because it looks like I'm about to lose here. Okay, well, that's it. So, unfortunately, it looks like I lost. There's still a chance I can keep going. Basically, the only way I can go is to the right. And going to the right will cause something to appear here. And if that's a 4, I'm fine. I can keep going and get the 16, 32, 64. I'll be good. But it's most likely that the 2 is going to appear here when I go right. And then I'll be done. So, we'll see what happens. It's probably going to be a 2. Yep. Alright, so unfortunately, that's game over. But at least you got to see that it's really effective. I almost got it. If I wouldn't have had that situation where that 2 appeared down here, I would have had it. Alright, so that's the game, 2048. If you haven't beat it at all, there's a chance, there's a strategy. Work on it a bit. It may take a few tries, and it takes a long time to complete too, but you should eventually get it. Alright, but that's gonna be about it. I'll just do one quick round and see how far I get. Doing pretty good. 264s. Right now I'm just going left down, right down, left down, right down, left down, right down. It's working okay, but it's not gonna get me very far. Yeah, I got a 2 trap down there. And that's it. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can beat the game now if you haven't yet. Goodbye.